Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to be posting once again, and from the title of this video you can tell that I am going to be talking about 10 of my favorite things from 2020. It only felt right to start the year off by going back on the previous year, and I know that for some of us it was harder than others, but I learned so many things and I'm grateful and thankful for so many things in 2020 that I felt that I should share. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. So I actually have a little notebook for this part so I don't forget the things that I'm going to be talking about. So first things first is actually my favorite thing from 2020 was being able to spend time with my family. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, being able to spend time at home. Everyone is always doing and juggling their own things, whether it's work. In my case, my brother, he's an athlete, so he's working out, he's doing things, and he's out for school, out of state actually. So it's just so many things going on at the same time. And honestly, I just try to look at the positives of stuff. Yes, we were all forced to be home, but in a way it was nice to be able to spend time together, play board games, just do family-like things, and just become closer as a family. Even if you can't go on a vacation together, that doesn't matter. I think last year it was super important to just like really connect and get deeper within your relationships, and especially your family members. My second favorite thing from 2020 was spending a full year with Danny. And even though he did leave in the beginning of the year for spring training, it was such a short amount of time that I don't even consider it. And when everything happened and the lockdown started, we never thought that he would be here and miss out on a full season. And actually it was a blessing in disguise because we got to spend so much time together, and ever since I've known him, he's always gone, obviously for baseball reasons, whether it's a week, a month, half the year, whatever the situation may be. So spending so much time together is something that I valued in 2020 so much, and honestly it was, as I mentioned prior, it was a blessing in disguise. My third favorite thing from 2020 was being able to remodel the kitchen. I shared the after process here on YouTube, and if you haven't seen that video, you can go ahead and watch it. I will link it down below. But without all of this happening, the lockdown, we would have never in a million years been able to do our kitchen. It was just amazing to be able to do this. Everyone put in their part, whether it was like painting something, giving an idea, whatever the situation may be, everyone did their own little thing, and obviously everyone was at home to be able to be a part of it, so it feels like everyone has their own personal touch on the kitchen idea. That for sure was one of my favorite things of 2020. My fourth favorite thing from 2020 was being able to graduate from college. That was a huge accomplishment for me. I was kind of bummed out that it was during quarantine and stuff like that, so I couldn't have an actual graduation, but within the midst of it all, I was like, okay, I couldn't have a graduation, I couldn't walk on stage, but I was able to graduate at home virtually, of course, and have my close family members at my house, and it was something very intimate, very small, and I felt that at the end of it all, I was like, okay, I wouldn't have it any other way, because it just felt so like with the people that you care about the most and how intimate and close it was. It was just really special to me to be able to celebrate such a big accomplishment with my closest family members. My fifth thing was real estate, and actually in the beginning of it all, I was kind of scary because I was like, okay, I can't go out, you can't do anything, you can't meet new people, you can't do open houses, you really can't show houses, like everything was done virtually. So it was kind of scary at first, and obviously in this industry everything is people related. You need to see people all the time, you're always talking to people, so it was kind of hard at first. But I think as the time went by, things started slowing down. I got to meet so many people and learn so much about the industry. I got to read so many books at home about real estate and just feed and fuel my brain for whenever I could actually be 100% back on the field. So that was something that was super important, and actually I feel that I'm more prepared this year than prior because of everything that happened. So with all this knowledge that I've acquired, I feel that 2021 is going to be huge in the real estate market. My next favorite thing is traveling to new places. And yes, there wasn't a lot of travel done in 2020, but since everything that I traveled in was in car and I didn't go on plane, it was just with my family, so I wasn't exposing myself. That felt safe to me. And the first place that I went to was Alabama, where my brother's going to college. Before, I hadn't been able to go with school and work and stuff like that because I was always juggling with that. So after I graduated, I obviously had some time off, and I was super thankful to be able to visit his school, see what he does on a day-to-day base. Another place that I went to was in Nashville, and that was probably one of my favorite places that I visited this year. I also have the vlog from Nashville. If you haven't seen it, you can go ahead and see it on my channel. Nashville was super fun, and I recommend anyone that wants to go. And the third new place that I went to was Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I had never been there prior, and I went to Tennessee twice in a year, which is kind of crazy to me, and I would have never thought about that in the beginning of the year. But I went with my family. We took a family trip, and it was super fun, and that actually brings me to my next favorite thing. The next thing is seeing snow. This year I wrote down, and one of my goals was to see snow. You're stuck at home all the time, and in Florida obviously there's no snow, and you obviously need to travel. So I was like, okay, at the beginning I was like, okay, I'm definitely not gonna see snow this year. There's no traveling that's gonna be done. But when we went to Gatlinburg, we actually got very lucky to be able to see snow. We went to the Great Smokies. I have never been there before, and it was just so beautiful. And I've seen snow before, but I hadn't seen it maybe since I was, I think, like 6 or 7 years old. So to be able to see it, once again, I felt like a child, and I was like, oh my god, this feels amazing. And just being able to see it again, it was like, okay, this is what Christmas is about. And we went during the holiday season, so it was even more special. My next favorite thing is I actually got a daytime job apart from real estate. I wanted to have a daytime, and I can do real estate in the afternoons, and thankful to one of my friends, she actually recommended this company for me. She had told me prior, and I was like, no, I'm not interested, thank you. But I ended up reaching out to her. I found out information on the company, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna give it a shot, and I got hired, and I'm super thankful to be working for TTI, and it's an amazing company, so I'm super excited about that as well in the new year. Second to last favorite thing is, with 2020, there was so much uncertainty and so many things that you couldn't be in control of. I actually learned to just sit back and learn and appreciate downtime. Appreciate not being so in control and always being so productive. I'm the kind of person that I thrive off routines. I love structure. I love knowing what I'm going to be doing next. If I finish a semester in school, that was in 2020, I knew what I was going to do next. I knew what my plans were, and with 2020, you had no idea what was going to come next. You were at home, you were stuck, and you didn't know when you were going to get out, what you were going to be able to do, and it just felt that everything was coming down at the wrong time, or like perfect timing to ruin everything. But that was me thinking negatively, and I was like, okay, let's turn the switch. It's better to look at the glass half full than half empty. And I was like, okay, I learned to just not be so productive, just lay down, relax, and that's something that we're probably never gonna ever get back in any other years. So that was time that was truly appreciated. My last favorite thing was my YouTube channel. I cannot forget to mention my YouTube channel and leave it out of this list. I am super thankful for everyone that supported me from the beginning and is going to continue to support me with all the videos I'm going to be posting. On my family, on my friends, they were sharing my posts, sharing my videos. Honestly, this last thing goes out to everyone who really did show support, and I'm so thankful for, and I cannot wait to continue to post more videos. And I just want to let you know that your support does not go unnoticed, so thank you so much for that. I just mentioned 10 of my favorite things from 2020, and as I mentioned prior, it felt appropriate to start the year off giving thanks to such a hard year for all of us, and I learned so much from it, and I'm sure that many other people did as well. And we can take what we learned into the new year, not make the same mistakes, not be the same people, grow. And it's so important to not stay stagnant as a person. At least to me, that's one of my goals, is to every year learn something new, whether it's riding a bike, I don't know, going ice skating, whatever the situation may be. I think it's just important to grow. To sum it all up, I just think it's really important to grow, and I'm super excited for 2021, what we're gonna do, what is gonna happen, and just, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna be posting videos every 2 weeks, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to support me and my channel, go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.